Hey everybody! Welcome to Obscurities in Miniature. It is Monday, which means it's time for our weekly painting progress. Unfortunately, I am flying it alone this Monday. Mr. Sparkle Trout was too busy playing Warframe or whatever it is he does. Not working on that night I printed, that's for sure. So, yeah, I printed him up a big Ephirion, totally not 40k Imperial Knight. And it looked really cool, and I was really impressed with the results, but he has got it undercoated, and it's sat there since in parts. So I am using this moment to officially call him out to get your knight done, because I want to show it out. So if everybody can shout some words of encouragement to him down there in those comments below, hopefully that will get him off his duff and stop grinding for new Warframe gear, if that's what it is he's been doing. I don't even know. I know I've been super busy. It's been that crunch time. It is the end of the year for school. We are on the last week. I've got, I don't know, today, tomorrow, and my brain's tuned out after that. I think I have to go to work Thursday and Friday, or Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday too. Oh, yeah, I do have to go Wednesday. But my daughter is graduating, promoting, whatever they want to call it, so that's going to be kind of cool. Going to be kind of weird because I've had kids with me at work in one way or another for almost the last 10 years or so, and it's going to be awfully lonely now. So that's going to be really weird and a bit of an adjustment, but hey, I guess it gives me more time to paint when I get home or before I have to take off in the morning. So yeah, moving on, right? So grades are done, report cards are ready to go home, and I got a big ol' whopping single Oathmark human done. He made a nice generic knight. I didn't think there were enough fully helmeted heads on that sprue, but he turned out all right. Very simple, very simplistic paint job, but he gets it done. To accompany him into battle, yet another Basilian, very hastily done, and yes, he has no eyes, because he's just some poor mook that's going to get, butchered by whatever they are, the Night Haunts? No, what were they called? Night Stalkers? Something like that. The weird Lovecraftian Eldritch-like monsters from Mantic's Kings of War Vanguard. We'll get back to them. I've got a Vanguard Kickstarter pledge that I really need to work my way through. I'm actually thinking I should do some videos about some of those, because I've barely touched any of the resins at this point. If you guys are curious about those, let me know, because we got plenty of time after this week to get that stuff done. Some of you may have already seen this guy with his O face going on, like, oh! I don't know what that was. One of the new Wadroon from Parabellum's Conquest game. He's a big boy. Look at those puny oath marks and Basilians barely coming up to his belly. And that is one of the Blooded, whereas this is one of the Braves. The Braves are the younger warriors wishing to prove themselves in battle. They go into combat with spears and shields, whereas the Blooded are just going to mix it up and get in the thick of it with dual close combat weapons. He needs like a Ric Flair. Woo! And I can't do it because I'm kind of catching a cold or something there. Sorry, not today. I dig his Bane-like face mask that I messed up the paint on there, but it is what it is. This is actually the same body. I think I mentioned that in the other video. If you haven't seen that video, I've got basically almost every single Conquest video or box having a video for it, so do take a look. And speaking of Conquest, we got another troll, and he unfortunately is missing a hand. And I didn't convert it. That is actually how it's supposed to be on the sprue. He got it gnawed off or something. Maybe he gnawed it off, but it is slowly growing back. And another fashion-forward friend of his, wearing a loincloth of nothing but human skulls. Good times. So they're a bit taller than the Wadroon, but they are also a lot lankier. These guys are just beefy boys. Beefcake. We need some Kingdom Death beefcake, don't we? What else we got? Oh, I painted up one of the Avatars of War skeletons. And speaking of skeletons, while the skeletons I believe are available now, I hope, on my mini factory, that's the link I'm going to put probably down below. Maybe I'll put it for their Patreon page as well. Right now they've got orcs on there. If you like Avatars of War's orcs, I know their Orc Warlord was a really nice one, and they've got maybe 4 or 5 of them available right now. Savage versions as well. But they just put out a bunch of orc skeletons, and modular orc skeletons at that. Whether I will have time to print any of those, I don't know, because there's all kinds of stuff that I'm in the midst of printing that I probably should finish. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, here we go. Here is a classic. This is one of the Heartbreaker models. And I'm not sure. I wanted to say Tim Prowse sculpted it, but I'm not 100% sure. These were repurposed and recast by Impact Miniatures. And this is in their Trollcast resin, I believe. And just the classic old school charms in a much more easy to work with lightweight material. So he was part of their Demon set, and obviously I had to paint one up red. I have a couple other guys that came in this set we're going to have to get to. Maybe a purple and a green one while we're at it. I always wanted these guys in metal. I was always afraid they were going to be really heavy, and I remember seeing them and then never bought them. But I got one now, and I got him painted, so ha! Take that, young me. All right, and then we have a Xenomorph, and I don't think I've even posted the video on these guys yet. No, I haven't. So I played around with one of those color shifter paints, and I tried sealing it with a Tamiya sealer just to see what would happen. Does it seem like it kind of came through to you guys? I didn't want it obviously bright and shiny and purple. That would be kind of funky, but I wanted a little bit of that shine and gradient to it. I actually think maybe a gloss sealer might be even better for these guys. They are plastic, if you haven't seen them yet, and hopefully I should have a video on them up in the next week or so. I'm pretty sure they are being manufactured at the same place as our Conquest friends. I'm just waiting to hear some confirmation from the people that I'm pretty sure are producing it. But it is from Gale Force 9, and hopefully, besides the Warriors, I should have a Queen arriving in the near future. And I gotta say, for plastic kit, very simple, straightforward, and easy to build. I thought they were going to be like board game plastic, but nope, thankfully I was wrong, and I'm quite happy to be wrong in that situation. So, yeah, not a whole lot. I mean, yeah, it looks like a lot, but I'll be honest with you guys. These trolls have been sitting there halfway painted since I think I first unveiled the video for them. This guy, same thing. It's been a while since I put his video out. You'll have to go dig through the channel because I don't even know. This Oathmark dude's been sitting there halfway done for forever. I mean, I just slapped some color shifter on him. So it's not like this was a really intensive week of painting. I also did start some of the big Cobra Mode monsters that I've been meaning to get to, and I'm hoping that since school's going to be done now, I have some time and I can really play around with getting some of that stuff painted up and hopefully getting to show it off too. And hey, maybe we'll even get some terrain. I've been talking with my wife and trying to figure out how to rearrange the dump of a room I am currently in with all these guys. It's just lots of clutter. The room is absolutely full of clutter. I am absolutely guilty of piling it up with clutter. There's boxes and miniatures everywhere in sight. I've just been putting it off until school's finished. I'm like, I'll do it. I'll do it as soon as school's out. I got to get rid of a bunch of board games and stuff too, because it looks like I have even more coming. So yeah, you guys know the routine. But I'm hoping to actually figure out a way to put some kind of small table in here, and I can drag Sparkle Trout and our other cousin over here as well, since he is all into lighting and videography and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully he can help us get that set up, and we can actually start recording some games for you guys, and we can put those up as well, or maybe even try streaming them. I'm thinking, if anybody's interested or cares, I've got both the Blitz Bowl and the newer Dungeon Bowl, no, Blood Bowl. I don't have Dungeon But I've got both orc teams waiting to go, and I had a gift card for Barnes & Noble, and I picked up the paint set for the game. And I've been meaning to do it, so if you guys are really interested, maybe I will try streaming that. I don't know. Also, if you guys have any suggestions, we are always open to ideas, and I got to figure out what I'm going to be working on this summer since I'm going to have a whole lot of time. So if you want to swing on by our Patreon, where we absolutely always appreciate the help and support, I would love to hear your ideas on what we should have coming in the near future. Oh, and speaking of things in the near future, I've got all kinds of cool things I'm going to be giving away. I will try to do a giveaway once a month this summer, so we'll have at least 2 or 3 of them. Fingers crossed. So if you're into that kind of stuff, we should have one actually starting later this week. So do keep your eyes peeled. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, and then you can find out, and then you can get free goodies and make me have to pay shipping and watch me, grumble and curse like a sailor about how much it is. But anyway, I digress. I think it's time to wrap this up because I can hear my wife yelling at the kids to come on down for dinner. So I am going to bid you all a fond farewell. This has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.